Good morning.
Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Three Spurs Boys. And we don't have good news this morning. Sadly, top four race Arsenal won. Boo! You were supposed to do that. Anyways, we have a really, really big game today, and if we don't win this, we're probably going to be out of the top four race. And we're versing Brentford today. Some old connections, yeah. Eriksen, Tottenham. But today is a very, very exciting game. In fact, we also got somebody very, very exciting about to join us today.
Time to smell what the coffee is brewing.
Ben from the Kauffie Company.
There he is.
Hello.
Good afternoon, guys. Good morning, Toronto. Hopefully everyone is well. How are you boys doing?
We're good.
How are you?
I'm alive. A bit miffed about the United game, of course, but we've got to be positive. Tottenham are playing. The sun is shining. 3 points is in the bag. It's not, but hopefully it is, and hopefully we can enjoy the game and have a great evening. So let's all get behind the team. All get behind the boys. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
Right. Well, let's just start off straight from the questions.
Yep. Okay. How do you think a Brighton loss will affect this game against Brentford?
Personally, I think this is the kick in the teeth we've needed for the last couple of weeks. We've been skating through games and getting very lucky with some of our defensive performances. And I think there was a lack of energy because there was no manager on the sidelines in the training sessions. So clearly these players were overly comfortable. So now that the manager is back in his chair, hopefully he's telling these players what they need to do to win this game, because Brentford are no pushovers. Brentford are a very, very decent team. They've got some very good players and they've got a very, very good manager.
Yeah.
So all we've got to do is we've got to focus on ourselves. We can't focus on anyone else. We can't focus on any other fixtures. It's Tottenham versus Brentford, and we can win this game if we stick to the fundamentals of football, which is getting the ball and putting it in the back of the net. But we just need to control this game. We need to focus on us. We cannot let Brentford bully us, because they do bully teams. They are a strong physical team, and we need to be positive. We need everyone that's at the game, everyone at home, everyone needs to support these boys, because we need to win this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now, before I get on to the next question, how do you like our background?
Yeah.
Pretty cool, yeah?
It's great. Mine was good. Mine is terrible, but a lot better than my background, that's for certain.
All right. Christian Eriksen has been in great form lately, yeah? How big of an impact do you think he'll have in today's game?
Oh, Eriksen's an incredible footballer. I still don't want him back at the club, even if there's a chance of getting Eriksen back at the club, because I think we need to move forward. But Eriksen is a world-class footballer. He always has been a world-class footballer. When he was playing for us for 6 years, he was one of the best midfielders in the world of football, and he didn't get the plaudits he deserves. So it's no surprise that Eriksen's doing well again in the Premier League and being the centre of a very, very decent, hard-working Brentford team. So he doesn't have to work so hard like he did at Tottenham or he did at an Inter. So he is a very, very decent footballer. He can absolutely dominate games on his own if he really wants to.
Yeah.
But again, we need to focus on Tottenham. We can't focus on Christian Eriksen. As much as we all love the guy and we all love him to see him back and yada, 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 yada. But we need to focus on Tottenham. We need to get the ball off of them. We are Tottenham. We are a much better unit. Well, we should be if we're going for a top four. If we can't beat Brentford at this business stage of the season, we shouldn't be focusing on him. But Eriksen, I absolutely respect that guy to come back from what he had, the brink of death, and to be dominating Premier League games. It's magic to see him back. But focus on Tottenham. Let's focus on Tottenham and let's win this game.
Okay. Now, next question. What do you think we could do to beat Brentford?
Brentford are a very physical team going forward. They like to put balls in the box. They are an aggressive unit. So what we need to do is we need to try and pick them apart. We need to try and get the ball on the floor and pass around them. They are an aggressive team, so we might have to put the ball long into the channels. That might really affect Brentford. But we've just got to be solid. We can't let Brentford part our two midfielders. We need those two midfielders in the park to stay really close to each other and allow them to do quick 3, 4, 5 yard passes. And we need to get around Brentford. Because if we can tire Brentford out, they're a physical team. If we tire them out, it's done. So we just need to be solid, put the ball in the channels for them to chase, and if we control the game, we'll win the game.
Yeah.
We can't let them control it. We cannot let them do it.
All right.
Okay.
Now, Brentford's been in phenomenal form lately. 3 wins in a row. And one big win against Chelsea, 4-1. That was crazy.
Yeah.
So what do you think our weak points are that they're going to attack?
Set pieces, and balls in the box. We, as much as we all love Romero, we can't marshal an entire back three. Our defensive displays have been shocking. We've rode our luck a couple of times. We cannot let them put balls in the box. So those two fullbacks, whoever's playing, whether it's Reggie and Emerson, or whether it's Sessegnon and Emerson, or whoever's playing at fullback, cannot let them put balls in the box. If they put balls in the box, we are going to be in deep, deep doo-doo because we cannot head the ball out. We haven't got a strong defender in there that's going to head the ball out. So if we stop them putting balls in the box, we should be fine. So we just need to grab the ball. We need to control that game, not let them put balls in the box.
Okay. Now that you told us what they could do to be a threat, what players on their team that will be a big threat against us?
Of course, the two obvious players are Ivan Toney and Christian Eriksen. Ivan Toney is a quality footballer, and I would have him at Tottenham as a backup or possibly a second striker for us. If we allow him to dominate our centre-backs, it's going to be a really long afternoon. So we cannot let Eriksen put the ball in the box. So we cannot let their fullbacks, because they've got two really aggressive fullbacks as well. They're going to be trying to put balls in the box.
Yep.
We just got to stop their fullbacks, and we got to stop them putting balls in the box. It's going to be a really tough thing. But if Ivan Toney's quiet, they're done for. Their focal point, and it allows us. We need to quiet him down. Be aggressive.
Yeah.
Who do you think will have the biggest impact on our team? Like, who do you think is going to carry us to the win?
Bentancur. We need him to control that game. If he's having an off game like he did against Brighton because of injury, we're not winning the game. Like, we need him to get this foot on the ball and pass the ball about. We need to start moving their team about. We need to get Sonny in behind, and we need to get Harry into those pockets behind their defence. So we need Bentancur to dominate this midfield. It's a game that he should really thrive in because it's a physical game. He's a physical player, but we need to get his foot on the ball.
Wait, I thought Bentancur was hurt.
He had a small injury on his knee, but I think he should be fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Now we're on to our second last question. Before I ask this, you want to ask something else, just out of your personal thought?
This has nothing to do with the Brentford game, but how do you think Burnley's manager getting fired will help them get out of the relegation zone?
Ooh.
The question is, it won't. Sean Dyche is one of the best managers in Premier League history in terms of keeping a team on a shoestring budget. I really respect that man, and it almost hurt to see him getting fired. He should never have been fired, and he should a manager that's managed a team for 10 years on a shoestring budget and really taken them places. Burnley were nothing before Sean Dyche took over that team, not since the 60s and the 70s. Burnley were an old giant of a team. But Dyche put them back on the pedestal, and for him to not even be given a chance to see this through to the end of the season is a real disrespect to him. And I hope Burnley go down. I hope Burnley don't stay. I want them to go so far down that they go into League Two, because it's really disrespectful what they do.
Yeah.
And hopefully Shawnee gets a bloody good team because he deserves it. He's a great football manager.
Yeah.
I can't see him back. He's a brilliant guy as well. Brilliant bloke.
After the Arsenal game, where do you think we're going to finish in the season? Where do you think top 4, top 5 going to look like?
I think we're still going to finish in the top 4 personally. It's still all on us. We can't focus on Arsenal because firstly, I want to be sick anytime I think of Arsenal, let alone having to think of them getting in the top 4. We need to focus on Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. We've still got a better run in there. Yes, they beat United today. Great result for them. And that will give them some momentum. We got to focus on Tottenham. If we focus on other teams and keep the eye off the ball, we're going to lose games. So that North London derby is now a pivotal moment in the season for both teams. If we can win that game, I think we've got a great chance of getting in the top 4. And we need to start need to start winning games and not losing games. Most important, even if we draw a couple of games, it's most important that we don't not drop 3 points. We've got to at least get points on the board for the rest of the season, because Arsenal have still got moments in them where they look absolutely average and they waste chances and they concede stupid goals. So focus on Tottenham and we can get in the top 4 as long as we don't bottle it like we usually do.
Yeah. Where are you watching the game from today?
I'm going to be watching it, unfortunately, with the Kaufmann clan. We're going to be sitting at home, probably shouting, maybe have a couple more beers. It's going to be a fun time, but hopefully hopefully the Formula 1 doesn't ruin the football. But we'll be watching it with the Kaufmann guys, and hopefully it's a good result for us.
Okay. Now, before we move on to you, let's save the best for last, yeah? Krish, what do you think the score's going to be like today?
I think we're gonna win 1-0. I think Harry Kane's gonna score in the 71st minute.
I think we're gonna win 3-1 today. Harry Kane, all assist, Son, another hat trick. What about you? What do you think the score's prediction is gonna be?
I'm going to agree with you. I think possibly 3-1. It's not going to be an easy game. 3-1 is not a battering. I think we're going to win because our strikers are really, really on fire at the moment. They didn't show it versus Brighton because we couldn't control the game.
Yeah.
I think if we get the ball to them, they're going to score goals, and I think we can win the game. We just need to make sure we're getting them the ball. If we're getting dominated in midfield, it's curtains from the get-go. But what we really need to do is we just need to control the game. If we can control the game and tire them out, I think 3-1 looks a very good result for us. But I'd like to keep that clean sheet. But I think 3-1. 3-1 seems to be good for me. But I've been wrong before. Hopefully it is a 3-1 win. But as long as we get those 3 points is all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for joining us. And why don't you tell the people where they can find you?
Brilliant. So you guys can find me all at the Kauffie Company on YouTube, and you can find us on 8 the Broadway, Woodford, for all your best coffee needs. And hopefully we can become friends and bring positive vibes. We can talk Tottenham. We can talk anything. It's a really
I thought we already were friends. I thought we already were friends.
We are. Everyone's friends in my book, but we need to make more friends. That's the point. We're all friends, but let's make more friends because friendship is always good. The power of friendship will see us through. And find us at the Kauffie Company for daily streams. Hopefully we'll become great friends.
All right, guys, remember to like and subscribe to the Kauffie Company. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Come on, you Spurs!
Come on, you Spurs!
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. I hope we win. Sorry if I've been a little bit sluggish, quite under the weather. But come on, let's get those 3 points today, yeah? Yeah. Remember, guys, today is to do.
So go for it.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
We sing in France, we sing in Spain, we sing in the sun and we sing in the rain. They try to stop us, but they didn't. The thing we love most is being a kid, being a kid, being a kid. The thing we love most is being a kid.
Come on, you Spurs.